Alright, fuckers and fuckettes, I had somebody ask me how I clean up shocks. Here's a little before and after. I took the other one off this bike. I let this sit in there for about 3 days, just let it run. There's one of the originals. As you can see, they were pretty nasty. And what I've got for shocks, and I use this for chains too. Sometimes you get like a 36 or a 37, 40 model bike, and you really want to restore the chain with it because you know some anal asshole is going to be looking for the original chain on a fucking 500-mile bike. So this works pretty good for that. This chain's got probably another week or two to go. It's not really usable to ride, it's just so that they have the original, what is that off of? That's a fucking 39. Anyway, so they have the original chain to work with. But what I've got here is one of these wet set pumps. They're waterproof, spark-proof, beautiful. Don't use anything that'll dissolve plastic in it. Don't use anything that'll dissolve rubber in them either. But the mixture I run, nice and rapid like that. That way everything's nice and gentle. I just stick my shock down in there, I stick my chains down in there. Shit that's really rusty, stick it down in there, let it sit a week or so. But the mixture is 1 gallon of Berryman's carb cleaner to 4 gallons of plain old diesel fuel and 1/2 gallon or 2 quarts of Marvel Mystery Oil. It's not enough to, the diesel cuts down the Berryman's enough to where you're not going to eat up your rubber in your pump or in your shocks. In fact, it'll fresh it out a little bit. The carb cleaner will fresh it out a little bit for you. And they don't seem to re-crack within about a year. I've got one set that I've been running about 2 years, and I haven't cracked any of the rubber in the bushings or anything. Shit works. Shit works pretty good. Anyway, and then of course, you know, you got the more traditional method in the parts washer, but when it's stuff like that, you're not going to use it right away. Go on ahead and just stick that shit in there and let that shit clean itself. It comes out a lot better than doing it in the parts washer. Anyway, holler at y'all fuckers and fuckettes later.